For as long as he could remember, Haru had been hungry. Not the kind of hunger people complained about after skipping breakfast. Real hunger. The kind that made your stomach ache for days. The kind that made you stare through bakery windows and imagine what warm bread tasted like. The kind that made you dream about food every night. 34 years old, Haru was homeless. It hadn't always been that way. When he was 8 years old, his parents died in a car accident while returning home from a family trip. Overnight, the happy life he knew disappeared. His parents had left behind a house, savings, and a modest inheritance meant to support him until adulthood. But after the funeral, his uncle and aunt became his legal guardians. At first, they promised to take care of him. Instead, they took everything. They forged documents, emptied accounts, sold the house, and slowly transferred every asset into their own names. Haru was too young to understand what was happening. By the time he became old enough to ask questions, there was nothing left. Whenever he protested, they called him ungrateful. Whenever he asked about his parents' money, they told him it had all been spent raising him. The truth didn't come out until years later. By then, it was too late. With no savings, no family willing to help, and no resources to pursue a legal battle, Haru was forced to leave. Life only grew harder from there. Bad jobs, mounting debts, and constant misfortune eventually pushed him onto the streets. He slept under bridges, collected cans for spare change, and spent most days wondering where his next meal would come from. He had never tasted steak, never eaten fresh fruit, never visited a restaurant, never celebrated a birthday with cake. Food was something he watched other people enjoy. One cold winter evening, Haru found himself sitting outside a small restaurant. Through the window, he watched families laughing around steaming bowls of food. A waiter carried a plate of golden roasted meat past the glass. The smell drifted outside. For a moment, Haru smiled. If there is a next life, his voice trembled. I just want to eat delicious food. That night, he died quietly in the snow, alone, hungry, with that wish in his heart. When he opened his eyes again, he was no longer Haru. The moment he opened his eyes, a torrent of memories crashed into his mind. Names, faces, places, years of another life poured into him like a flood. He saw a woman smiling as she baked bread in a warm kitchen. A father teaching a boy how to plant crops beneath the summer sun. Childhood friends running through village fields. Birthdays, festivals, laughter, tears. 14 years of memories belonging to someone named Ren. The flood was so overwhelming that he nearly blacked out. When it finally settled, he understood. He was a 14-year-old village boy named Ren, and he was lying in a warm bed. The smell of freshly baked bread filled the room. A woman's voice called from downstairs. Ren, breakfast is getting cold. Tears immediately filled his eyes, because for the first time in either life, someone was waiting for him at the dinner table. His stomach growled so loudly that he almost laughed. In his previous life, meals had been uncertainty. A stale sandwich, expired convenience store food, half-eaten leftovers found in garbage bins. Now, someone was calling him to breakfast. Ren! His mother's voice echoed from downstairs. If you don't come now, your father will eat your share. A deep laugh followed. Ha! That's not a bad idea. Ren's chest tightened. For a moment he couldn't move. Then he stood, slowly, carefully, as if the entire world might disappear if he moved too fast. The wooden floor creaked beneath his feet. He walked downstairs, and froze. A small wooden table sat in the center of the room. 5 bowls of steaming vegetable soup. Fresh bread. Homemade butter. A small dish of berry jam. Simple. Ordinary. Yet to Ren, it looked more valuable than gold. His mother smiled. Why are you standing there? His father chuckled. You look like you've seen a dragon. Ren felt tears forming. He quickly sat down. Before anyone noticed, the first spoonful entered his mouth, and his entire world stopped. The soup was simple. Carrots, potatoes, onions, a few herbs. Nothing special. Yet tears rolled down his face. His parents stared. Ren. His mother looked alarmed. Is it bad? Ren quickly shook his head. And no. His voice trembled. He swallowed. It's delicious. His father burst out laughing. It's just soup. But Ren knew. For someone who had died starving, this meal was priceless. That night, after helping clean the dishes, after spending hours exploring memories of his new life, after everyone had gone to sleep, Ren lay in bed staring at the ceiling. Then something happened. A faint blue light appeared before his eyes. Ding! Ren shot upright. The familiar sound echoed inside his mind. A translucent window appeared. Gourmet adventurer system. Host detected. Ren. Condition met. Final wish recognized. I want to eat delicious food. System activated. Ren blinked. What? The screen flickered. Unique class granted. Chef Hunter. Description. Travel the world. Hunt rare ingredients. Cook legendary meals. Build the greatest restaurant in existence. Another notification appeared. Beginner reward unlocked. Restaurant stall LV.1. The room suddenly shook. A miniature building materialized in a pocket dimension connected to his mind. Ren stared in disbelief. It was tiny. A wooden food stall. Barely large enough for one person. A small grill. Prep table. A single lantern. 3 customer seats. That was all. Restaurant stall LV.1. Seats 3. Menu slots 1. Reputation 0. Special effect. Food quality increased by 10%. Ren's eyes widened. Wait! A final window appeared. First quest. Catch and cook your first ingredient. Target. Forest horn rabbit ×1. Reward. Ingredient storage box LV.1. Chef knife set. Restaurant EXP plus 100. Ren stared at the quest. Forest horn rabbit. One of the most common creatures around the village. Normally hunted by adults. His heart began pounding. Tomorrow, I'm going hunting. The next morning, Ren woke up before sunrise. Golden light filtered through the wooden shutters. Birds chirped outside. The smell of breakfast drifted through the house. For a moment, he simply lay there, staring at the ceiling, listening. The sound of his mother's cooking, his younger siblings arguing, his father's heavy footsteps. A warm feeling spread through his chest. This was home, a real home, not a park bench, not an abandoned building, not beneath a bridge. A home. Ren slowly sat up. His memories of this world were becoming clearer. The kingdom he now lived in was called the Kingdom of Valenheim, a vast human kingdom ruled by King Aldrich Valenheim IV. The kingdom stretched from fertile farmlands in the south to monster-infested mountain ranges in the north. Like most fantasy worlds, danger existed everywhere. Monsters roamed forests. Bandits preyed on travelers. Ancient dungeons appeared without warning. And beyond the northern frontier, the Demon King's domain waited. Every few decades, a new Demon King would rise and plunge the continent into chaos. To combat these threats, kingdoms relied on adventurers, warriors, mages, archers, priests, hunters, people who joined adventurer guilds and accepted quests for coin. For village boys like Ren, becoming an adventurer was often the only way to escape poverty. And poverty was something his family knew well. The Ashwood family lived in Willowbrook Village, a small farming settlement located within the Greenfield domain of southern Valenheim. Their village wasn't poor, but Ren's family certainly was. They didn't own land. Most villagers didn't. The fields belonged to Lord Everhart, the local noble who ruled the domain. Families like Ren's worked the land and paid taxes every harvest season. The better the harvest, the more taxes the lord collected. After taxes were paid, whatever remained belonged to the farmers. Some years were decent. Some years were brutal. A single drought could destroy an entire family's livelihood. Ren's father knew that better than anyone. His father was named Gareth Ashwood, a hard-working farmer with calloused hands and a permanently sunburned face. His mother was Alara Ashwood, a kind woman who somehow managed to make every meal feel special despite having very little. Then there were his younger siblings. Lena Ashwood, 10 years old, talkative, curious, always asking questions. And Theo Ashwood, 8 years old, a walking disaster. If something broke, there was a good chance Theo had touched it first. Despite their struggles, they were happy, something Ren had never truly experienced in his previous life. When he arrived downstairs, the family was already gathered around the table. "Morning, sleepyhead," Gareth said. "You slept like a dead man." Ren nearly choked. If only you knew. Breakfast was simple. Fresh bread, berry jam, goat milk, vegetable stew. Yet Ren enjoyed every bite. Every mouthful felt like treasure. Lena stared suspiciously. "Big brother. Why do you keep smiling while eating?" Ren froze. His father laughed. "I've been wondering the same thing." Theo nodded. "It's creepy." "Thanks." The family burst into laughter. After breakfast came work. Lots of work. Life in Willowbrook wasn't easy. Everyone contributed. Even children. Ren spent the morning splitting firewood behind the house. The rhythmic crack of the axe echoed through the yard. Afterward, he carried buckets of water from the village well. Then he joined his father in the fields. Hours passed beneath the morning sun, weeding, planting, hauling supplies. By noon, sweat covered his body. His muscles burned. But strangely, he didn't mind. In his previous life, work had always felt meaningless. Now he was helping people who genuinely cared about him. The feeling was completely different. When the day's chores finally ended, Gareth wiped sweat from his forehead. "Good work." Ren smiled. "Thanks, Dad." His father looked surprised. Ren rarely called him that. Then Gareth simply grinned and ruffled his hair. "You're acting strange lately. If only you knew," Ren thought. Later that afternoon, he finally returned to his room. The quest window immediately appeared. First quest. Target. Forest horn rabbit ×1. Status. Incomplete. Ren nodded. It was time. Thankfully, he already had a plan. During his previous life, he'd watched countless survival videos. One thing every survival enthusiast seemed to make was a slingshot. Simple, reliable, cheap, and perfect for a 14-year-old with no hunting experience. Ren spent nearly an hour searching the village outskirts. Eventually, he found what he needed. A strong Y-shaped branch from an ironwood sapling. Flexible, durable, perfect. Using strips of leather from old scraps and some cord, he carefully assembled the weapon. When he finished, he held it proudly. It wasn't fancy, but it worked. He tested the tension. The band stretched smoothly. Not bad. Then he gathered ammunition. Stone after stone disappeared into his pockets. By the time he finished, they bulged noticeably. 20 stones. 30. 40. Enough for plenty of attempts. The afternoon breeze rustled through the trees. The forest loomed beyond the village fields. Dark, quiet, mysterious. And somewhere inside, a forest horn rabbit was waiting. Ren tightened his grip on the slingshot. His heart pounded with excitement. Not fear. Excitement. For the first time since arriving in this world, he was about to begin an adventure. Not to save the world. Not to defeat a demon king. Not to become a hero. But to find something delicious. And honestly, that sounded far more fun. With a pocket full of stones and a slingshot in hand, Ren stepped into the forest. The moment Ren entered the forest, reality punched him in the face. Literally. Thwack! The stone flew from his slingshot, missed the rabbit completely, and smacked directly into a tree. The forest horn rabbit looked up, tilted its head. Ren stared. The rabbit stared. For a brief second, he swore the thing looked disappointed in him. Then it vanished into the bushes. Mission failed. Attempt 1. 5 minutes later. Attempt 2. Whoosh! Miss. Attempt 3. Miss. Attempt 4. Miss. Attempt 5. The stone somehow flew backward. Ren didn't even know how that was physically possible. What kind of garbage aim is this? In his previous life, he had watched survival videos. He had watched hunting documentaries. He had watched wilderness experts. Apparently, watching and doing were two completely different things. By the end of the first hour, his score was rabbits 12, Ren 0. Forest horn rabbits had become his natural enemy. One rabbit even stopped running. He sat there, staring at him, as if waiting. Ren fired, missed. The rabbit slowly turned around and walked away. Walked, not hopped. Walked. The disrespect was unbelievable. "You come back here." The forest remained silent. Ren sighed, then sat beneath a tree, sweating, tired, frustrated. He pulled out a piece of bread his mother had packed. As he ate, he thought about something. The rabbits weren't faster than him. They were simply noticing him too early. Every time he rushed, every time he got excited, he scared them away. So instead of hunting, he started observing, watching, learning, the way they moved, the way they stopped, the way they listened, the way they grazed. Minutes became hours, and eventually, something clicked. The next rabbit appeared near a patch of bushes. Ren crouched low, didn't rush, didn't panic, didn't fire immediately. He waited. The rabbit lowered its head, nibbling grass. 5 meters. 4. 3. Closer. Closer. His breathing slowed. His grip tightened. The world became quiet. Thwip. The stone shot forward. Bonk. The rabbit froze, then collapsed. Dead. Silence. Ren blinked. The rabbit didn't move. The rabbit actually didn't move. "I got one." His scream scared half the forest. Birds exploded into the sky. The rabbit remained unconscious. Ren sprinted toward it, heart pounding, face glowing. For most hunters, this would be nothing. For Ren, this was his first successful hunt in 2 lifetimes. He carefully picked up the forest horn rabbit. It was surprisingly heavy. Soft fur. Small horn protruding from its forehead. Fresh ingredient. His ingredient. Then a familiar sound echoed. Ding! A blue screen appeared. First quest complete. Target. Forest horn rabbit ×1. Status. Completed. Reward granted. Ingredient storage box LV.1. Chef knife set. Restaurant EXP plus 100. Ren's eyes widened. Suddenly a wooden box materialized inside the system space. Beside it appeared a beautiful set of cooking knives. Silver blades. Leather handles. Perfectly balanced. Nothing like the rusty junk available in Willowbrook. Ren stared at the floating rewards for several seconds. The forest horn rabbit rested in his arms. His white fur was surprisingly soft. Much softer than he expected. A tiny ivory horn protruded from its forehead. His first ingredient. His first successful hunt. Then another thought hit him. Wait. His eyes narrowed. If I have rewards. He shifted the rabbit slightly. Then I probably have a status screen. That seemed like the sort of thing systems always had. Ren cleared his throat. Status. Ding. The reward window vanished. A larger blue screen unfolded before him. Ren Ashwood. Age 14. Title. None. Class. Chef Hunter. Adventurer status. Strength. 7. Agility. 6. Endurance. 7. Intelligence. 11. Perception. 8. Restaurant status. Restaurant level 1. Restaurant EXP. 0/100. Restaurant reputation. Unknown. Available menu slots. 1. Currency. Copper 0. Silver 0. Gold 0. Platinum 0. Unlocked features. Ingredient storage box LV.1. Chef knife set. Ren blinked. Ha! No combat level. No battle rank. No giant number telling him he was secretly the chosen one. Just stats. Simple. Clean. His gaze moved over the adventurer status section. Strength. Agility. Endurance. Intelligence. Perception. A second information window appeared. Adventurer status. These attributes improve through training, practice, experience, physical development. Combat does not automatically increase attributes. Ren immediately liked that. Good. If he wanted to shoot straighter, he'd have to practice. If he wanted to move faster, he'd have to train. If he wanted to survive stronger monsters, he'd have to earn it. No shortcuts. No free power. Just effort. Then his eyes dropped lower. Restaurant status. And suddenly his attention sharpened. Restaurant EXP information. Restaurant EXP is earned through cooking meals, serving customers, recipe discovery, restaurant success, customer satisfaction. Restaurant EXP is not earned through combat, hunting, training, monster kills. A grin spread across Ren's face. Now we're talking. That made perfect sense. The rabbit wasn't experience. The rabbit was an ingredient. The real reward would come later, when he turned ingredients into food. Another window appeared. Restaurant progression. Major rewards unlock every 10 restaurant levels. Current milestone, level 10. Ren whistled. So leveling the restaurant is difficult. Good. A real restaurant shouldn't reach greatness overnight. His eyes drifted downward. Currency. All zeros. A new window appeared. System shop. Items require currency. Accepted currency. Copper. Silver. Gold. Platinum. Examples. Salt. Pepper. Cooking oil. Flour. Sugar. Future unlocks. Mayonnaise. Ketchup. Curry powder. Rare spices. Premium ingredients. Ren froze. His eyes locked onto a single word. Curry. His imagination immediately betrayed him. Golden curry. Rich aroma. Tender meat. Fresh vegetables. Thick sauce. Steaming rice. His stomach growled. Then reality hit him. Copper 0. Silver 0. Gold 0. Right. No money. No spices. No curry. Not yet. His gaze lingered on the shop window. Pepper. Cooking oil. Sugar. Flour. Things that seemed ordinary to him. Yet in this world they were anything but. Most people didn't really understand cooking beyond the basics. Meals were made to fill stomachs, not excite taste buds. Pinch of salt. A handful of herbs. Boil it. Roast it. Eat it. That was the extent of culinary knowledge for most villages and towns. Even inns and taverns rarely went beyond heavily salted meat and simple stews. People considered food good if it wasn't burnt. Delicious food was a luxury few had ever experienced. Ren thought back to home, to the meals his mother prepared every day. The warm soups, the perfectly seasoned roasted meat, the fragrant vegetable dishes. Back then, he had simply assumed she was a good cook. Now he realized just how exceptional she actually was. Compared to the average person in this world, his mother's cooking was probably extraordinary. Maybe it was because of her high cooking skill. Maybe years of practice had refined her techniques beyond what most people knew. Whatever the reason, her food had always tasted far better than anything sold in nearby villages. And if that was true, then the dishes hidden inside the system shop, the spices, the sauces, the ingredients, the recipes he remembered from his previous life, they might be revolutionary here. Run looked down at the rabbit in his arms, then at the setting sun beyond the trees, and finally back at the status window. For the first time, he understood what the system actually wanted from him. Not a hero, not a warrior, not a legendary monster hunter, a chef, a restaurant owner, a man who would introduce flavors this world had never imagined. A man who would build his future one meal at a time. The sun had already begun sinking toward the horizon by the time Ren finally stopped hunting. The forest horn rabbits had put up a much better fight than his pride appreciated. But after adjusting his approach, slowing down, and learning from every embarrassing miss, things started changing. One rabbit became two. Two became four. Four became six. And by the time the orange glow of sunset painted the forest gold, Ren stood surrounded by a small mountain of fluffy white bodies. 14 forest horn rabbits. A ridiculous number compared to his first disastrous hour. A miraculous number compared to his expectations. Ren couldn't stop smiling. Not bad. Actually, very not bad. The rabbits hadn't gotten weaker. He'd simply gotten better. The realization felt strangely satisfying. Carefully, Ren got to work. The hunting was over. Now came the ingredient gathering. One by one he skinned the rabbits. The process wasn't pleasant, nor was he particularly good at it. His first attempt looked like a crime scene. The second wasn't much better. By the fifth rabbit, however, he was beginning to understand the process. Slowly, methodically, patiently, the rabbit meat was separated. The pelts were folded. The small ivory horns were collected. Nothing wasted. Nothing discarded. Every piece had value. Every piece represented food, money, possibility. And every time he finished processing another rabbit, the blue storage box absorbed the ingredients into the system space. A soft glow, a brief flash, then the ingredients vanished, stored safely, fresh, preserved, ready for future use. By the time Ren finished, the clearing looked almost untouched. Only disturbed grass remained. The evidence of his hunt had disappeared completely. The system was absurdly convenient. Okay. Ren stretched his sore back. Now let's go home. The journey back felt completely different from the walk into the forest. His muscles ached. His feet hurt. His hands were sore. But his mood had never been better. He felt like he was moving forward, not surviving, progressing. The village came into view just as dusk settled across Willowbrook. Warm lights glowed from windows. Smoke rose from chimneys. People were returning home after a long day of work. Normal, peaceful, comforting. Ren smiled, then headed toward his house. As soon as he stepped onto the property, he noticed something. The front door was slightly open. Voices drifted from inside. His parents. Ren slowed his footsteps. Not intentionally. The conversation simply reached him before he entered. The harvest was worse than expected. His father's voice, heavy, tired. We won't have enough. Silence followed. Then his mother spoke softly. It's all right. Pause. We always figure things out. More silence. We still have a week before the tax collector comes. Ren froze. The smile slowly faded from his face. Taxes. Money. The harvest. Suddenly the pieces connected. His father spoke again. I just wish I had a better answer. You always do. His mother laughed gently. We'll find one. Ren stared at the doorway, thinking. Then a slow smile appeared. Because unlike this morning, he actually had an answer. A very strange answer. A very dangerous answer. But an answer nonetheless. A plan rapidly formed in his head. And once it started, it refused to stop growing. A restaurant. Ingredients. Recipes. The system shop. The storage box. His knowledge. Everything connected. Everything. The future he'd been imagining only moments ago suddenly felt much closer. Much more real. Ren pushed open the door. Hey guys. Both parents immediately turned. Their expressions changed instantly. Worries disappeared. Forced smiles appeared. The smiles parents used when they didn't want their children to worry. Ren. His mother smiled. You're home. His father nodded. Good hunt. Ren stared at both of them, then sighed. I heard everything. Silence. His parents froze. For a moment nobody spoke. Then Ren glanced around the room. Lena and Theo weren't there. Probably asleep by now. Good. That made things easier. Ren placed a hand on the table. While my siblings asleep. He pulled out a chair. Let's talk. His parents exchanged a confused look. Ren's father slowly sat down. His mother followed, both clearly unsure where this conversation was going. Ren took a deep breath, then smiled. I have a solution. The confusion instantly intensified. A solution? His father repeated. Ren nodded, then quietly activated the system. Blue light filled the room. Both parents froze. The status screen appeared. The storage box appeared. The floating system windows appeared. For several seconds, nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Nobody spoke. His mother's jaw slowly dropped. His father's eyes widened so much Ren briefly worried they might fall out. Ren. His father sounded like he'd forgotten how words worked. What is that? The next hour was chaos. Ren explained the system. The rewards. The shop. The ingredient preservation. The restaurant progression. Almost everything. Almost. One thing remained hidden. The reincarnation. That secret stayed buried. Some things were simply too difficult to explain. Instead, he focused on the future. And then, he showed them the rabbits. 15-horned forest rabbit. Stored safely inside the ingredient box. The shock somehow became even greater. You hunted how many? His father nearly fell out of his chair. His mother looked equally stunned. The discussion continued. Questions. Answers. More questions. More answers. Plans. Possibilities. By the end of it, the atmosphere inside the house had completely changed. The hopelessness was gone. The worry remained. But now it had competition. Hope. His father eventually became serious. Very serious. He looked directly into Ren's eyes. Never tell anyone else. Ren nodded immediately. His mother agreed. No one. Not friends. Not neighbors. Nobody. The system was too valuable. Too dangerous. Too unbelievable. Ren understood. I won't. Only then did his parents relax. His mother suddenly pulled him into a hug. His father joined moments later. A rare family embrace. Warm, tight, relieved. For the first time all day, the burden on their shoulders felt lighter. Not gone, just lighter. Because now they had something they hadn't possessed this morning. A chance. And as the family sat together planning their future, a single realization settled into Ren's mind. This wouldn't be his restaurant. It would be their restaurant. Their dream. Their gamble. Their future. And for the first time since arriving in this world, Ren wasn't facing it alone. The following morning arrived far earlier than Ren would have preferred. A knock sounded against his bedroom door. Up. His father's voice. Ren groaned into his pillow. For a brief moment he considered pretending to be asleep. Then reality returned. The system. The rabbits. The restaurant. The future. His eyes snapped open. Right. Those things. A few minutes later he stepped outside wearing the same cream beige village shirt and worn boots from yesterday. The morning air felt cool against his skin. The sun had only just begun climbing above the distant hills. Waiting near the gate stood Gareth. Arms folded. Already awake. Already working. Some things never changed. You ready? Gareth asked. Ren nodded. As I'll ever be. Together they started toward Willowbrook Village. The Adventure Guild stood near the center of town. A sturdy two-story building made from dark timber and stone. A large wooden sign hung above the entrance. A sword crossed with a wheat stalk. Hunters and gatherers passed through the doors constantly. Some carried bows. Others carried sacks of herbs. Several merchants stood outside negotiating loudly over prices. The entire place buzzed with activity. Ren followed his father inside. The moment the doors opened, noise washed over him. Conversations. Laughter. The clinking of mugs. The rustling of parchment. The smell of breakfast stew. Felt alive. Behind the front counter sat a young receptionist with chestnut hair tied neatly into a ponytail. She looked up as Gareth approached. Morning, Gareth. Then she noticed Ren. One eyebrow slowly rose. Registering. Gareth nodded. My son. The woman blinked. Her gaze moved from Gareth to Ren, then back to Gareth. He looks a little young. Ren sighed. Not this again. Before he could respond, Gareth spoke. He hunted 15 forest horned rabbits yesterday. Silence. It spread through the guild hall like someone had suddenly cast a spell. Several nearby adventurers stopped talking. A hunter halfway through drinking ale froze. 15? Someone repeated. A man near the fireplace nearly dropped his mug. Another hunter laughed. Yeah, right. More chuckles followed. Forest horned rabbits weren't dangerous. But they were fast. Annoyingly fast. Most beginners struggled to catch even one. Gareth crossed his arms. His expression never changed. I'm serious. The laughter died immediately. Nobody knew Gareth as a man who exaggerated. If anything, he usually understated things. The guild hall became noticeably quieter. Dozens of curious eyes shifted toward Rin. Rin awkwardly rubbed the back of his neck. This was becoming uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. The receptionist stared for another few seconds, then finally shook her head. Fine. She pulled out a registration form. Let's get him signed up. Half an hour later, Rin officially became a registered adventurer. Well, hunter, gatherer, future restaurant owner. The guild didn't have a category for that yet. After registration came the important part. Money. The guild appraiser occupied a small room near the rear of the building. Shelves covered every wall. Monster parts, pelts, bones, horns, herbs, items from hundreds of hunts. An elderly man sat behind a heavy desk. His beard looked older than some villages. He adjusted his glasses as Gareth placed the rabbit materials on the table. The old man immediately became interested. One by one he inspected everything. Pelts, horns, every piece carefully examined. He checked stitching, preservation, condition, quality. His eyebrows rose higher with every item. Another pelt. Another horn. Rin and Gareth exchanged glances. The old man finally leaned back, then whistled. A long whistle. Who processed these? Rin slowly raised his hand. The appraiser looked at him, looked back at the pelts, looked at Rin again, then burst out laughing. Ha! Rin blinked. What? The old man wiped a tear from his eye. I've seen adults do worse. That felt strangely insulting, and strangely complimentary. The appraiser nodded approvingly. Clean work. A few moments later he completed the valuation. 15 pelts, 15 horns, 90 copper coins. The old man dropped a leather coin pouch onto the desk. Clink. The weight surprised Rin. The sound echoed inside his chest. 90 copper. His money. Money he had earned himself. Money that could become ingredients. Buns. Cheese. Spices. A restaurant. For a moment he simply stared. Then a grin slowly spread across his face. Felt absurdly satisfying. When they finally left the guild, the morning had turned into afternoon. Gareth immediately pointed toward a nearby food stall. You're buying? Rin asked. Gareth snorted. Not a chance. A few minutes later they sat on a wooden bench overlooking the village square. 2 grilled meat skewers. 2 cups of berry tea. Simple food. But after yesterday's hunt, it tasted incredible. For a while neither spoke. They simply ate. People passed by. Merchants argued. Children chased each other through the square. Life continued around them. For several minutes they simply sat there, talking, eating, enjoying the afternoon. No tax collectors, no harvest worries, no impossible decisions. Just a father and his son sharing lunch. Rin barely made it through the front door before the kitchen exploded into activity. You're back. His mother appeared almost instantly, apron still on, flour dust on her hands. Lena practically launched herself across the room. Did you register? Did you sell the rabbits? Did you become rich? Rin laughed. One question at a time. Gareth walked in behind him carrying supplies. Then Rin reached into his pouch. Clink. The heavy leather bag landed on the table. His mother blinked. Lena blinked. Rin loosened the string and tipped it slightly. Copper coins gleamed beneath the lantern light. The room went silent. That's a lot of copper. His mother's eyes widened. 90 copper, Rin said proudly. For a family that counted every coin, 90 copper felt enormous. Lena's jaw dropped. 90? Rin couldn't stop smiling. His first real earnings. Money he had earned with his own hands. His mother looked between him and Gareth, then slowly sat down. Tell me everything. A few minutes later, the blue system window floated above the table. Lena squealed for the 5th time. His mother still looked amazed. Even after seeing it earlier, Rin selected the shop interface. Rows of ingredients appeared. Flour, salt, pepper, sugar, cooking oil. cheese, various vegetables, everything neatly organized. His mother stared. It's like a merchant's warehouse. Ren nodded. Something like that. Then he selected exchange currency. The system responded immediately. Ding. Exchange successful. 90 copper coins converted. Blue particles swirled through the room. The coin pouch became lighter. Much lighter. Lena gasped. His mother covered her mouth. The money vanished into the system. A few seconds later, new notifications appeared. Ding. Purchased. Flour X20. Cheese X20. Salt X10. Pepper X10. Cooking oil X10. Vegetable bundle X20. Ingredient storage updated. His mother stared at the floating list. You bought all that with 90 copper? Yep. Lena looked ready to worship the system. So? His mother folded her arms. What exactly are we making? Ren grinned. A cheeseburger. Silence. A what? A cheeseburger. Lena tilted her head. Is that a monster? No. A spell. No. A disease. No. His mother laughed. Then what is it? Ren paused, then lied smoothly. I invented it. His mother blinked. Lena blinked. You invented it? Yep. The guilt stabbed him slightly, but explaining modern fast food to medieval villagers was impossible. So he doubled down. I've been thinking about it for a while. His mother looked impressed. Lena looked like she had just discovered her brother was secretly a genius. The entire afternoon became a family project. His mother mixed flour. Ren showed her how to add water, how to knead dough, how to let it rise, how to shape buns, step by step, again and again. Soon the kitchen smelled incredible. Fresh bread, warm dough, yeast, flour. Lena eagerly helped shape buns. Most looked terrible. One resembled a potato, another somehow resembled a duck. Ren quietly fixed them when she wasn't looking. Outside, Gareth and Theo worked on the cooking setup. Firewood crackled. Metal sheets were shaped. Brackets were hammered into place. By late afternoon, they had constructed a crude but functional flat-top cooking surface. Theo looked absurdly proud. We built this. It leans. It does not. It definitely leans. Back inside, tomatoes were sliced, lettuce washed, cheese prepared, seasonings arranged. Everything lined up neatly. Ren finally moved to the most important part. The meat. The rabbit meat had been finely minced, seasoned with salt, pepper, a few spices from the system shop. Nothing complicated, but the smell alone made everyone stop what they were doing. Gareth raised an eyebrow. That's rabbit. Ren nodded. Trust me. The patties hit the hot metal surface. SSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSSS The aroma spread through the entire property. Theo appeared from nowhere, then Lena, then his mother, then Gareth. Nobody admitted they were standing there just to smell the food, but everyone absolutely was. By evening, 20 cheeseburgers sat on the table. The entire family stared. Golden buns, perfectly melted cheese, fresh lettuce, bright red tomatoes, juicy meat, glossy sauce, steam rising from every layer. Nobody spoke. The burgers looked almost magical. Theo finally broke the silence. "Can we eat them?" The family gathered around the table. Ren picked up a burger. Like this. 2 hands. Firm grip. Then, crunch. The bun compressed perfectly. Juices exploded. Melted cheese stretched. The meat remained tender. The sauce mixed with salt and pepper. Fresh vegetables added crunch. Every ingredient balanced the others. For a moment, Ren nearly forgot he was in another world. Tasted exactly as he remembered. Maybe even better, because he had made it himself. Across the table, everyone froze. Then their eyes widened. Theo nearly fell backwards. Lena made a strange noise. His mother covered her mouth. Gareth stopped chewing completely. Nobody spoke. Not because they didn't want to, because they physically couldn't. The burger demanded all available attention. Theo devoured the rest. Another. Lena was already reaching for a second. His mother laughed while grabbing her own. Gareth silently reached for burger number 3, then 4, then 5. Nobody maintained dignity. Nobody maintained composure. 20 burgers vanished at terrifying speed. The final empty plate sat on the table. Everyone leaned back, completely defeated, completely stuffed, completely happy. Silence filled the room. Then Gareth finally spoke. "This will sell." His mother nodded immediately. "It will." Lena nearly jumped from her chair. We're going to be rich. Theo raised both fists. Burger Kingdom. Nobody knew what that meant. Everyone cheered anyway. For the first time in weeks, the future didn't seem frightening. It seemed exciting.